Hey there, Michael Griffiths here, founder of Referral Marketing Guru. Welcome to this week's Get More Referrals Today podcast. Today, something a little bit different. Not directly to do with referrals or client retention or client loyalty, but at the same time, it has everything to do with it. Because business really comes down to one thing. It comes down to you being able to create a plan, implement that plan, and win. And unfortunately, it is a dying art. And I want to be able to get into that. But before I do, as always, if you love the podcast, please make sure you subscribe. iTunes, Google Play, Spotify. Jump onto our YouTube channel, Referral Marketing Guru. Just search for it on YouTube. Find us on any of our social platforms. Either search for Michael Griffiths or search for Referral Marketing Guru. And come hang out. Make sure you share this with one other person. And otherwise, let's get into it. So where am I actually going with all this today? Well, what I want to get through is, how do you win? Because over the last, probably the last couple of decades, we've become more and more accepting as society to, you know what, close enough is good enough. Oh, you nearly got there, well done. Everyone gets a little participation medal. And in essence, what's happening is, it's okay if we don't quite reach that goal, if we don't quite reach that target. So we end up drifting. And I love the book Outwitting the Devil, which written by Napoleon Hill's transcripts back in the 30s. And it's so correct in that we get so caught up in everyday life that it's really easy to drift. It's really easy just to settle for, that's okay. It's more effort to do something about it than to actually just put up with it. And then when that happens, day after day after day, after week after week, after month, after year, we get conditioned to, it doesn't really matter. You did a good job. You tried hard. And the simple fact is, no, it's not the attitude that we can have if we really want to become unbelievable within our business. See, we talk about having this limbic advantage, understanding the limbic brain, activating extraordinary moments throughout our business. See, to be able to do that, you have to become obsessed with wanting to be more extraordinary. And you can't just click your fingers and say, oh, I'll be more obsessed today with being more extraordinary. It comes from this pattern, day after day, week after week, month after month, of actually doing things that you didn't think were capable. So I did a podcast probably about 2-3 weeks ago, leading up to running first half marathon. Well, I ran that over the weekend. Okay? And in the end, got just over 2 hours, probably 15-20 minutes faster than what I thought I would be able to do it in. But there's a whole bunch of time out there, especially sort of the last 6-7 kilometers, where I don't run with music. I want to be in my own head. I want to have to go through and be tougher than just being distracted by music. When I talk to people about why do you run? See, I hate running. And up until about 14 months ago, I didn't run. I'd be lucky if I could do a kilometer. Last year, we did David Goggins' challenge, 4 miles every 4 hours for 48 hours straight. So 6.5 kilometers every 4 hours for 48 hours straight. So that's like 77 kilometers, 48 miles. But it wasn't at once. You got a break after every 6.5. So I really only had to focus on doing 6.5. So running 21.1 straight, that was next level for me. And it wasn't because I was going like, oh, I love running so much, let me go out there and run a marathon. It was simply because I didn't think I could. And I want to keep doing things every single day that just show me that, hey, you can win. And in essence, to me, I feel you've got to be able to win in your personal life before you're going to be able to win in your business life. It's not the other way around. You've got to be able to do things that you just don't think you could do. You're going to be able to prove to yourself that you can do things that you didn't think you can do. Now, that doesn't have to be going out there and running half marathons. That can be just as simple as, hey, I said I'm going to do this. I'm going to do it no matter what. I said I'm going to walk a kilometre a day, 1,000 steps a day. I'm going to drink 2 litres of water a day. I'm going to have fruits each day. It doesn't matter what it is. What matters is that you start setting yourself up to win. And we just don't do that anywhere near to the extent that we should. So then we fall into this, it doesn't really matter, does it? I had just the other day where there were 6 things on the to-do list. And I got to the last thing. I'd had it. I'd had enough. Did it matter? No. No one was relying on it. No one really, it didn't matter at all whether I got it done that day or whether I just did it in the morning when I felt fresh and I felt good. And there's plenty of reasons why I could have just done it in the morning. You'll feel better. You'll be more ready to go. You'll be fresher. The stories you tell ourselves to be able to get to the outcome we really want to happen is amazing. But the simple fact was there were 6 things I needed to get done that day. And if you don't do them, then you don't win. See, doing 5 out of the 6, that's that close enough, doesn't really matter, it's not affecting anybody else mentality. And we fall into that in our business and in our life just so easily. There's something which probably over the last 18 months, I've really been able to hone into and really be able to get a grasp on. You are in control of how you feel. You can feel great by telling yourself great stuff. You can feel great by doing things that just show you that you can do great things. You can feel great by achieving small little steps towards a bigger goal. Or you can feel the complete opposite. It all comes down to how you set yourself up and what you're telling yourself. If you don't set yourself up to be able to see lots of little progress along the way, it's easy for you to go, just not bothering. I'll give up. I'll stop. Think about New Year's Eve resolutions. Most people have stopped by the 7th, if not all by about the 14th. Why? To me, I reckon it's just simply because we don't know how to win. We don't do things in our own personal world that set us up to win. So therefore, that filters into the way that we bring up our children, in the way we run our households, in the way we are around friends, in the way we are to our clients, in the way we are to referral partners, to the way we are to our team. If we just change that one little thing and become obsessed about something, just a small little thing that you might not even think is possible to achieve right now, but there's no possible way that you're not going to. And when you do that for the very first time, unfortunately, it's not really unfortunate, but unfortunately, you'll have got this bug. You'll have got this bug of adrenaline that shows you that you could do whatever you want. I still have in my head of doing a 100-mile event, 160 kilometers. Now, honestly, over the weekend when I was at kilometer 19, I went, how do people run 42? How do people do twice as much as what I do right now? Let alone 160. But then I also know that it's a matter of just building up. So instead of doing a 2-hour run, you do a 2.5-hour run. Instead of doing a 2.5-hour run, you do a 3-hour run. Instead of doing a 3-hour run, you do a 3.5-hour run. And moment by moment, you get to the end goal. And it's no different within your business. You might right now have 5 clients, and the end goal is you want 400. Well, you don't go from 5 to 400. You go from 5 to 6, then 6 to 8, then 8 to 12, then 12 to 15. Then you might even go back to 13 before you go back up to 17 and then 20. And before you know it, you look back and you're at 50. And then you know it, you look back and you're at 100. See, it's having this mentality of stepping stones to reach what the end target is. But firstly, you've got to say to yourself, no matter what, I'm going to win and I'm going to get there. I love the Navy SEALs. You can quit anytime you want. You just got to go up and ring the bell. But why? Why would you ever ring the bell? It's just simply the stories we tell ourselves. Our mind and our body can do absolutely anything. It's the mental game of winning. Great book, Tim Grover's book on winning and his book on Relentless. Things I go back to every 3-4 months. But I want you to think about this from both your own personal world and your business world. Are you feeling like right now, like every day just blurs into every day? That you're constantly putting out fires, that you're constantly racing around like a headless chicken, that you're constantly just every day's a blur and it drifts into each other? Or do you sprint out, ready for the day, clear on what needs to happen, excited for the possibilities, excited because of something you're doing within you, not so much your business, but within you, that just makes you obsessed? Now, sure, everyone else is just going to think you belong in the loony bin, and that's fine. Sometimes I listen to myself talking to other people, and I'll make a joke going, probably think I should be locked up or something. But there's no way I'd have it any other way. Because why would you drift if you don't have to? And you don't have to do something which is just climb Mount Everest. Just find one thing right now that you maybe don't think that you could do. Maybe it's a walk. Maybe it's a run. Maybe it's losing weight. Maybe it's becoming healthier in part of your life. Maybe it's around relationships. Maybe it's around with your kids. Find something that right now just seems like it's just so far off. And once you've found that one thing, put stepping stones in place that allow you to get there. Put little checkpoints, little milestones. See, I knew a week ago I was ready to be able to run 21. I ran 20, kept really good pace. And at the end of that, there was no doubt in my mind that I would run it. But there were checkpoints along the way. Before running 21, we ran 20. Before running 20, we ran 15. Before running 15, we ran 12. Before running 12, we ran 10. Before running 10, we ran 7. Before running 7, we ran 5. Before running 5, we ran 3. Before running 3, we ran 1. See, don't try to go 0 to 1,000,000. And then when you don't get there, oh, well, I gave it a try. Set yourself up to win. Sure, the end goal is 1,000,000. But the first goal is 5,000. The next goal is 20. The next goal is 50. The next goal is 70. The next goal is 100. The next goal, and celebrate every single time you hit one of those checkpoints. Because in essence, all of this and all of this thing in life is just simply a game. It's a game you choose to play up here in your mind. And you can either choose to win the game because you create the rules, you create the checkpoints, you create the milestones. But if you really want to get that obsession winning feeling, it has to be things that you right now just don't think are quite possible. And of course they are possible. Everything's possible. You might not know how, but that's part of the game in finding out how. So I want us to do this. As I said, this has everything to do with your business, growing your business, becoming more extraordinary in your business. Because it's a way you think. And if you can think like that in your own world, becoming obsessed with winning, you'll become obsessed with the way you work with clients. You'll become obsessed with their results. You'll become obsessed with them being loyal to you. You'll become obsessed with helping your referral partners, which then means they'll want to do more stuff with you. And will you go through flat moments? 100% you will. But you got to get out of your own head and the story you tell yourself and get back in the game. So I'm now 48 hours from running that. And I'm already looking at what's the next thing. Because as soon as you finish one, you need to be straight away onto the next thing. What are you going to win at next? What are the milestones? What's the plan? No different to business. So ask yourself this. What's something that right now maybe you think is out of reach in your own personal world? And you're going to put in plan, you're going to put in little stepping stones, you're going to put in milestones, and you're going to win at it. And as you do that, your own belief, your own confidence, your own air of swagger, air of arrogance, I call it good arrogance, will skyrocket. And watch how everything else in your life and business changes too. Love you to drop me a line, either support@michaelgriffiths.com.au. Let me know what it's going to be. Love to be on the journey with you. If you're watching this on any of our socials, comment below what it is. Make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel. Just search Referral Marketing Guru. 3 videos a week go up. How to become more extraordinary and use that limbic advantage in your business to stand out in your marketplace, to transform your referrals, your client retention, your client loyalty. And make sure whichever your favorite podcast station is, hit subscribe, leave us a review, and can't wait to catch you next week. Till next time, take care, guys. Talk to you soon. Remember, get out there and win.